Hey y'all, Left Behind Chapter 3, let's get into it. So, the plane has landed, and now the pilots and the staff that's left are trying to get the passengers off the plane. So, because they can't pull up into the hangar, they have to do the slide and shoot the little slide out of the plane. And so they're trying to do that, and the old lady that was in front of Buck was like, I can't do this slide. I can't do it. And then Buck like kind of brushed just way past everybody's like, look, it's easy, let me show you. So Buck like throws his feet in front of him and slides down this plane, but he did it so hard that he like tumbling and hurting himself, and then like somersaulting through the air, through the ground, and like almost face planted. But instead of face planting, he like tucked and rolled and busted his head. So but Buck got busted in the back of his head, bleeding, because he was trying to show everybody that, hey, you can get off the plane, right? And now they probably like I'm not gonna do that. So, but anyway, the pilots and stuff can get a ride. The people are coming around giving the pilots rides back to the airport, and Ray's like, no, I'm gonna walk. I'm staying with my people. I'm gonna walk with them. Like I got with them this far. I'm gonna walk. But Chris was like, forget that. Give me a ride. And then Ray was like, I'm gonna write you up. And then Chris laughed at his face like, you gonna write me up after all this stuff that's happening? You gonna write me up because I don't want to walk anymore. I'm over this day. And and I'm like, Chris is from the South Side. Chris is from the South Side. Chris, yeah, a whole vibe there too. So while they're going, I'm reading this chapter 3. So while they're going back to the airport, Ray realizes that he can. So Ray is at the airport and he's trying to get in line and to get on the phone to call his family that he deep down inside he knows that they're gone, but he's hoping to hear from somebody. So while he's waiting and doing that, he is listening to the news. And some things that's happening on the news is that pregnant women are losing their babies out of their womb. Like they just disappear. Like 1 second they're pregnant and pushing and delivering their baby. Next thing, empty womb. And then also like a nurse disappeared that was in the same delivery room. Like she was like, her clothes were still upright and the woman disappeared out of her clothes, and then her clothes just like wafted to the floor, drifted to the floor. And then there were people missing from the cars and causing car accidents, people missing from the planes and things crashing. There were people like just missing out of their beds. So they're going through all the things of how people's experience of seeing people disappear. So like somebody would be talking to somebody and then they're gone, or somebody working or doing anything. Like 1 minute they're there and the next they're gone. So like in a twinkle in the eye, which is very biblical. And then so now Ray is trying to find some other pilots. It's like, I'm trying to get home. I got a helicopter. You want to get on? I'm taking all the pilots home. So Ray is like, cool. You got room for more? And it's like, yeah, we got a couple rooms. So he's like, he's going to get Hattie. And then even though Hattie's not a pilot, he's just trying to bring her home, trying to take her home. And then he finds her, and then he's sitting on, there's no more space for Hattie. It's just one seat left. So Ray puts her on his lap and then like entwines his hands around her, and because he has a seatbelt and he's trying to hold and protect her. And now he's like, he has no feelings like intimately towards her anymore. Like he just wants to make sure, like he just wants to be a good dude, make sure she gets home, instead of like, I want to like hook up with this girl. Like she got all the like traits of makes me attracted to her, but like now he's really not attracted to her anymore. Like he's totally over it right now. And so they get home, they get to the helicopter lands for Hattie, says see you later, and then Ray goes home. And then he's like realizing he's dreading going home. But he also realized, found out some information about Chris, because Chris ended up dead. Like, I just saw Chris. Like, how is he dead right now? What happened with Chris? Chris found out about his family, realized his kids were gone, had disappeared, and his wife got killed in a car crash because somebody else disappeared. So he committed suicide. How many people will that probably happen to when this happens in real life? And then also, Buck get in contact with his people in New York. They want his boss, like, send out a mass email to everybody, whatever, and then said, don't come here, leave, don't, stay where you are, we're good. But he sends a private email to Buck saying, but ignore that email and get your butt to New York. I don't care how much it costs. I don't care what you gotta do. Whatever you gotta do, get to New York. I need you to help me find out what is going down in this what happened. Get to the bottom of it, because right now everybody's talking about aliens. And so what does that remind you of right now? Isn't that something that everybody's talking about right now? Aliens in the news, aliens at the White House, aliens all over. And now they're talking about aliens. And now the book, their theory is aliens. And we all know it wasn't the aliens.